Are you struggling with your fitness journey and your fitness progress and still can't afford any online coach or any personal trainer? Well, in this video, I'm going to teach you the process that I have used to create customized workout plan and change the life of almost 40 people so far. So, stick around because by the end of this video, you're going to have a clear understanding, basically a blueprint of what exactly you'll need to do to achieve your goals. Alright, we are back again, and in today's video, like I said, you're gonna learn how to create your own customized workout plan. This is exactly the same outline that I've used to change the life of 40 people at the gym. So get a piece of paper, sit down because you gotta need to take some notes over here. So a client arrived to me at the gym and asked me if I want to be their personal trainer, or somebody that comes online and asks me if I want to be their online coach. There is always this method that I like to use. First of all, to understand their background. And this is what I want you to do and ask yourself. And you gotta do a little bit of research about yourself here. Like I said, my goal of all of this and all of this method that I'm always teaching is longevity. I want to build a body that could last, I don't know how long, 90, hundreds even. So every single thing that we're going to be discussing here is very, very crucial for your health. So the first thing that we're going to do right now is assess your fitness levels. Like, where are you physically right now? So I want you basically to do is to take off your shirt, your shorts, you go to the mirror, take some couple pictures, and I want you to observe how your body is, your posture, what is your fitness level at that time, basically. If you are very active, if you're not very active, if you're a little bit overweight, less weight, posture problems, and or joint problems, just really take a good observation of that body. And now, so you have it exactly in your mind, the 3D shape of it. Because right now, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna do step-by-step observation and start analyzing exactly, first of all, what are your limitations? What are your injuries? If you had any injuries in the past, if you have any broken bones, anything that basically could endanger your health. Like people that have like torn ACLs, for example, these ones that needs to be, you gotta be very careful, and I highly recommend to always get a professional to do it for you. So if you have a torn ACL or something, you cannot be just going out there and starting directly to the workouts like you are a professional athlete, or even if you don't even have a torn ACL, any sorts of injuries. I don't really want you to do here is to go stubborn. Everything that you're going to be doing in your life has to be structured and planned. And you have to understand this. Without plan and a structure, you're going to be freestyling and end up giving up within the first 2 weeks because you're going to get over burned out. You don't see motivation. You don't see any results. There's no motivation and blah, blah, blah. So be really careful there. Right now, I need you to man up, and it's time to take care of yourself. So this is what it's all about. After identified your limitations, your wrist issues, if you have any, for example, like previous surgeries, like for people that had like surgeries in some particular areas, like legs or back, if they're healed up properly, and if you had any injuries in the past, if you have healed up properly. So make sure that you check all of that first. But if you have none, then you could basically fast forward to the third point over here of the observation period. So now what I want you to do is take a little step back, and then now you have analyzed your body, right? And now what I want you to do is to analyze your lifestyle. And that's very, very important to keep in mind, to where you're gonna go work out, or where you're gonna go and get your groceries and so on, because you need management for this. Otherwise, you're pretty much set for failure. And this is what's gonna give you the discipline, the consistency, and the resilience to overcome most of the challenges. So once you have seen your lifestyle, okay, you work at what time? What is the best time for me to work out? What is the best time for me to recover? What is the best time for me to eat? So ask yourself these questions to really start having an understanding of how your everyday life is going. Because I know a lot of people, they go out there freestyling their life on a daily basis, not knowing what they're doing. So you really want to have a decent understanding of your everyday life first, so we can start making the changes, and see where exactly you are struggling and where are your weaknesses. So we take it step by step and we tackle one issue at a time. So after observing your lifestyle, decide about what is the perfect timing for you to go work out, early mornings, afternoons, and so on. And obviously set a date. What I mean is set a date, because I know a lot of people say, okay, you have to start now, but let's be realistic. You're not gonna go out and start now. You know what I mean? So let's set a date. Or say, let's say you have 5 days from now, 1 week from now, all right? And this is the preparation that we're gonna go through. So after visualizing your body, visualizing your lifestyle, you start to have quite of a decent understanding of how your life is, right? And that's, you could operate with that because you have data, so you could play around and see what is the best timing. But we're gonna talk about it even more at a certain point in this masterclass video. So after reviewing all of your body, the second point that we're gonna do is defining your goals. And this is where I always say all roads lead to Rome, but you can't ride three horses at the same time. So a lot of people, they go to the gym and they get lost because they don't know what to do. So right now you have to understand what you want to do here. Are you looking to build strength, so to become physically strong and physically fit? Are you looking for more performance? Are you looking for more stamina? Are you looking for more? What exactly you want? And let's take just a plan. Let's say Brian. Brian is a 27-year-old guy, that have an average income and wants to go to the gym, overweight a little bit, and wants to start at the gym. He's probably gonna have priority losing weight. And then priority second is building muscle mass. And then priority number three is gonna be being for cardio and intensity performance. So, and then the priority number four is stretching and mobility. So everybody got different sorts of priorities on what exactly you want to achieve. So make sure that you know exactly what you want. So if you're targeting weight loss, let's set that one in priority one and make sure that you take note of that, because you need to be specific. You have to be specific and you have to know what exactly you want. And besides that, it gets us to the point number two, which is setting up exactly your short-term goals and your long-term goals. Let's say if you want to lose weight, and if you don't, if you want to lose weight or if you want to gain muscles, let's say I want to take 1 kilo a week, and that's gonna be your short-term goal. Or if you want to take, like, I'm gonna take 8 kilos in 3 months. This is my long-term goal, for example. Or I want to become stronger in 3 months, and so on. So you have to play a little bit with this short-term and long-term goal, because that's kind of like what keep you, responsible and accountable of yourself. I don't personally use it myself, but I just go for the long term. I know that if I keep investing in myself, or if I keep doing this, I know that the outcome of it is going to be positive. I haven't seen one negative person that got super fit and really didn't like it, unless he had some psychological issues and he had to go through some stuff. But I haven't met one so far. So that's what we gotta keep in mind as well. The short term goals, long term goals, and what really works for you. Are you a more short term goal? Are you a more long term goal? Or you're a guy with no goals, just one ultimate goal, and you focus on that. So make sure you want to set that one up on the side, so to understand basically what you're chasing. All right. And then you have to start using a little bit of your SMART goals. So what is the best way for me to achieve this goal? What is the best way to achieve this goal? And be realistic. So what I mean about that, I mean, when you're setting up your goals, you have to be realistic. Don't tell me that, oh, I'm gonna lose 26 kilos in 2 months or this or that or something like outrageous. Uh, but hey, man, nothing is impossible. It all depends on how much you decide to invest in yourself. But nothing is impossible. But you have to always make plans with what you have in your pocket and be realistic. Dreaming is good, but dream accordingly. So dream accordingly, and this is important to keep your feet on the ground. You know, and after when you set up your goals and you set up everything, there's one major thing that really kind of like affects changed everything for me, and that's understanding why. Why are you doing this? Are you tired of being bullied? Are you tired of looking weak? What exactly you're doing this? Because answering to this question, the sooner you answer to this question, trust me, brother, this is gonna be your fuel throughout this whole journey. And you never know what it could become. So understanding why you want to do this is crucial. For me personally, I started working out because I was tired of being bullied. I was tired of being looked down on, and I needed to become stronger because in the environment that I was living in order for me to be heard. So understand what is your reason why you're starting this. It could be anything. What matters is what gets you to the point A, which is the gym. So after defining your goals, this is basically the things that you want to do, right? This is you basically wish to attain and you wish to have in your life, right? And now I gotta bring you back to reality once again. And I told you in the first part you have to learn how to observe, right? Well, that's gonna bring us to the point number three. The priorities are they're gonna depend on what your body needs at this moment precisely. Yes, 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 yes. This is what I want you to take your ego and put it right in the closet because you don't need it here. A lot, and I was saying a lot, I mean 90% of the people, beginners at the gym, they go right into business lifting, heavy weights, no background, no nothing, and they get end up being injured and stop working out for at least 6 months, all because the doctor said so and because of that. Guys, stop going ego lifting at the beginning. It is not at this stage. So you're gonna end up hurting yourself, breaking yourself. Working hard is great, but working smarter is better. So keep that in mind, please. And what I mean by understanding what your body needs right now is when I said to you, you have a you like I said in one of the previous videos that I want you to see your body as a platform, right? Where you're gonna build your house. So this is a platform, and you have pillars, and these pillars is basically your health, your balance, your stretching, your mobility, your functional training, your balance, and so many. So all of these components are basically what contribute for your health to be good and have an easygoing life. If one of the pillars is broken, do you throw it away or do you fix it? There you go. We fix it. We fix it before we start building above that. So people, they come in the gym with a frame that is like a dinosaur, like a T-Rex, and they want to build muscles on on a frame that looks like a T-Rex. Brother, stop doing that, man. You're gonna be building yourself into, I don't know, Godzilla, looking like Godzilla. Nah, man. That's the thing is that first of all, fix your posture. This is the number one priority. Your posture. If your posture is not straight, you have to start fixing that first. Once we've done that, there is a second point, which is the mobility. Where exactly your arm can go, where your mobility is, your articulation, the health of your joints. Are they fine? So a little mobility exercises and also a mobility consultation is great to have. That's why you gotta hire somebody if you don't want to do all of this. So this is why it's time consuming. It's not an easy task to do to create something for somebody and to guide them through their path. So understanding what the what your mobility is and how good it is, because you can be sometimes limited in your movements because of some injuries in the past, or because of having a bad posture for too long, that it has become an unnatural movement for you to keep your back straight. So it all depends on that. Once you've done that, you want to see your stretching and range of motions. Your stretching and range of motions are what basically most people get their muscle tears down. Yeah, no warm up, nothing, right into business. Loading me up that squat bar with 100 kilos and squatting it down fresh. So guys, let's not be stupid here, but trying to understand that you have to have a proper warm up, and if you don't have the right stretching on it, you're definitely signing up for failure. So your stretching has to be checked as well. Make sure you thumb roll a little bit. Make sure to see if you can hit some exercise and range of motions before you start lifting heavier weights in them. All right, you have to be very uh, conscious about it. And then, what I mean, after what your body needs as well, you have to understand where are your weaknesses. Do you have an issue with your hip? Do you have an issue with your elbows? Do you have an issue of having one arm stronger than the other or one side stronger than the other? So experiment by doing some exercises that hopefully in the future I'll be doing in the gym for you to understand a little bit more how all of this is working. So there's a lot of mobility checking and your range of motions that you want to be doing before you even start lifting heavier weights. Okay? So understanding where are your weaknesses area is going to really help you for later on choose the right exercises. And obviously the you have to consider them as a whole to see where you're going to be, you gotta where you're going to be choosing your exercises for. And after you have now made your priorities and your goals, and your body's priorities, this is where you wanna start understanding what is the most important. So start first with fixing the issues that you have before you tackle to starting building something. All right, this is the number one thing. You could not build on a broken pillars. Fix the pillars, fix your injuries, fix your mobility, fix your posture, and then start building. All right, so keep that right in mind. So that's gonna bring us basically to the point number four, which is choosing the right exercises. So after now gathering all the information that we have discussed so far about your body, what is your mobility, what is your stretching, what is your range of motion, and so on. Now you have to select the right exercises. And I like to say it in a way that it's more about risks of ratios to gains. So injuries in relationship to gains, basically. And what are the exercises that are higher risks and higher gains, or lower risk, higher gains? And this is how I select the exercises based on every single person's body type and mobility. Okay, so some people could not do squats. That's why I highly recommend them to start learning to do with some resistance bands and then stretching more into getting to that position to be able to do squats. All right, so this is how you want to start selecting your exercises and to understand and to minimize the risks. All right, in the beginning, if you're a beginner, you can definitely start with the machines, but whatsoever by the end of the day, you will have to start using dumbbells, for example, or plates or barbells and so on. So that's you have to start doing that transitions, because you can get fit with the machines, but dumbbells, I prefer that more. So this is the information that we have based on your health at your fitness level right now before you start introducing the exercises. And then the weakness points that we've mentioned so far, if you have one side stronger than the other, this is where I want you to start incorporating and prioritizing isolation exercises. Isolation exercises are really gonna help you to really focus your full attention into one side and really correcting the movement and doing the movement properly. So isolation exercises at any level of your fitness career or your workout career, you have to do them, like flat dumbbell isolation exercise or one leg squat or shoulder military press, one arm rowing. So all of these sorts of exercises of isolations are highly recommended because it's basically you're learning how to use your body as a whole, because you have to engage your core more to provide that core stability and for you to really have a good feeling of the muscle that you are working on. So once you have identified your weaknesses, start choosing exercises based on isolation to fix those weaknesses. So obviously you have to start including functional training, and this is like not something that should be neglected, all right? And it shouldn't be taken for granted. Functional mobility and stretching are components that has to be considered as a top one priority, because once again, we're aiming for longevity, a healthy, strong body that you like to see in the mirror. And obviously you have to view your body at the state that it is right now and be realistic when it comes down to the shape that you could achieve as well. So that's something that you have to keep in mind, because at a certain level when you're selecting exercises, there are some exercises that are body weight exercises, and this is what for me that I believe everybody should be aiming for. Body weight exercise, getting comfortable lifting your weight. But unfortunately, some of us are starting from the end of the spectrum. So this is where you want to include dumbbells, exercises, the exercise with the machines for you to get comfortable and building the mass in order for you to lift your body weight. But prioritize always body weight exercises, guys, before you go into the heavy lifting. And if you want to carry on seeing the evolution of it, if you go looking to build more strength, for example, this is, or you could start adding progressive overload. And progressive overload stands as well for the body weight exercises. It's just basically adding weight and making the exercise much more harder. So next time when you come and do it, it will become easier. Progressive overload is a very great method that I highly recommend. Some people like to add 2.5, some people like to add 5, some people like to add 10. That's a big jump. It all depends on you, but you have to do it smartly. And if you have a spot or you have a body with you, that's even perfect. So now you have chosen your exercises, and what I want to talk about here on the point number 5 is the recovery. Now we have seen your body, we have understood a little bit what are your limitations, your weaknesses. We have provided a little strategy to start selecting the right exercises to cover up for your weaknesses, and we have chosen some kind of decent exercises for that. And now, and obviously, a decent understanding of the body movement and body functionality. And now it's going to get us to one of the points that I believe is very, very crucial. You have the recovery. Man, the recovery, guys, this is basically what I call the cherry on top of the cake, because this is one of the most important thing you can do to your body. Mm, what I mean about that, a lot of people understand it that if they go and work hard every single day, is they're gonna achieve the goals faster. And this is unfortunately the wrong reality. It's not even true, because you have to understand that recovery stems from basically letting your body heal and fix the muscle tissues that you have breaking down throughout your workout, and then so they can become stronger. But if you do not give them the right time, the right nutrients, the right hydration, what makes you think that you're going to achieve a better performance in your everyday sport of choice. So, the recovery can be defined into many things that you can do. So there's two mandatory things: is your sleeping, your hydration. Well, let's say three, and your food. So this is the major three. You're sleeping, guys. You have to understand that if you are not sleeping well, you're going to face consequences. There is not one person that works with a mind or with a body sleeping only 5 hours a night. That's crazy. Sleep is the most important thing that you can do, and you have to provide your body with the right time for that. So between 7 and 9 hours. 7 to 9 hours is perfect for your body to recover and have a good night. The other point about recovery is the hydrations. This is important. 2 to 3 liters a day. This one you have to keep in mind. And hydration is basically your fuel. Remember one thing: 80% of your body is made out of water. Make sure you're drinking high quality water and not tap water. The point number three, which is the nutrition. And this is going to be discussed in another video called How to Create Your Own Diet Plan, because it's a longer format. But you are what you eat. Avoid processed food and only aim for high quality organic food. Buy your food from the local markets. So this is the recovery that you have to do that are mandatory. Pay very attention to that. On the other thing, on the other hand, I mean, is the active recovery, which this is what I believe is the best, because it's a routine that is every single day. And for me, it's perfect. When I go to the gym, it doesn't necessarily that I have to go and lift heavier weights. It doesn't mean necessarily that I have to go and do a high performance workout. No, because you have to understand that working smart is much more interesting, because you're going to be avoiding a lot of obstacles and a lot of injuries like that. So, for example, for me, I always prioritize stretching and then mobility and then strength training, and I try to position my strength training throughout in the middle of the week. So that's very important to to keep in mind that stretching is also a source of recovery for your body, but not too much. And not trying to do also mobility and functionality is also quite taxing on your body, so that's not considered as active recovery. The other active recovery that I see as well is light cardio, like small walking to the park, or walking on a treadmill, or yeah, this is the sort of slight cardio that I would recommend you in your resting days. And the other part of also of active recovery that you could also do if your gym facilities offers you that, or if you can get your hand on, is sauna. 3 saunas a week is perfect for your body to recover and regenerate. And if you combine that with cold showers, man, it's rock and roll. Because right there, you hit the jackpot to really get a nice factory reset for your body. Sauna and cold showers, highly, highly recommended. And if you have steam rooms, all these sorts of wellness that are very good for your body, thermal water, for example, and massages, yep, yeah. If you can get your hand in some massages, man, do that, bro. If you have your girlfriend, I mean, I always annoy them with asking them to to give me a massage because I love it. But if you can have a massage, it's actually perfect. And if you could afford one massage a week, that's even better. But if you don't, try to get it from your friends. You know, be that annoying guy from time to time. It's fine. So this is the recovery that you want to start prioritizing as well when you're building it up to basically your schedule. And this is what's gonna bring us to the point number 6 of after learning how to create after learning the strategy and how to create your workout plan. Now it's about planning the workout, planning your priorities, planning what exactly you're going to do. So You remember when I said priorities? Well, at priorities, like I said, it matters on what your body needs right now. So this is how I want you to start scheduling your week. Firstly, what your body needs. Secondly, what your mind needs. And then thirdly, what your body needs. And then on basically like Monday, what your body needs. Tuesday, what your mind needs. Wednesday, what your body needs. Thursday, what your mind needs. Friday, what your body needs. And then the weekend, it's really up to you. So what your body needs, that means posture work and stretching and mobility. Yeah, stretching and mobility, and no lifting weights at that. So if you want to do something in the beginning, I would highly recommend you body weight exercises, a little bit of running, also if you can, something that doesn't necessarily have to deal with weights, but make sure that you do that and the top one priorities. And basically you would have a small list by now on what exactly you have to do. So your top one priority, second, third, fourth, and then fifth, sixth, and then always after a certain time you can play around with them and start prioritizing something more than the other for keep shocking that body. All right. So you're so after you have split on your workout, let's say Monday, like I said, your own body. So let's say mobility. Tuesday, let's do weightlifting. Wednesday, mobility, flexibility, stretching. Thursday, weightlifting. And Friday, mobility and stretching and flexibility. And then on the weekends, you could have either another sports or cardio. If you want to add another strength training, you can add that on Sunday. So then you can have Saturday completely off. So this is how I want you to make your decisions on when you're going to work out and when you're going to recover. This is the number one priorities for that, and obviously to keep a balance in all type of the training. So that's the reason why I like to spread it all throughout the week, and every day you're gonna focus on something that is necessary for your body at that time. So now you have your week, and then you have your recovery time, and then you establish your workout. Always also plan your groceries. Make sure you have a grocery list where exactly you're gonna need to achieve that goal, and then obviously that's gonna be discussed in another video in the future. And then obviously, guys, if you're looking for a little bit of guidance, I'm over here. I can actually go through you, go through you. I actually can help you out and reach your goals quite fast. So don't hesitate to book a free call in the description down below. So so have you can book a free call, and then we can sit down and then talk and exchange and see if I could help you out to turn your grind into greatness. Ooh, that sounds very nice. So guys, I really hope that you really understood exactly what is the strategy behind creating a customized workout plan. And it's like a long list of questions that you need to understand. Some people like to do that themselves, some others they like to hire another personal trainer or an online coach to assist them throughout their journey. It's really up to you and what you could afford. But this is what I have used basically to change the life of over 40 people plus me, so 41 I guess, and to really max out the productivity of your everyday life and be the best version of yourself. So guys, if you don't mind, like the video please. I'm working hard for this. So subscribe to the video, guys, and I appreciate for taking the time to watch this, and I hope you learned something. All right, so after talking about all of this, it's time for you to go now and get ready because it's showtime.